Hey, Slash Lady Buckaroos, how the heck are you? Just got home from work a little bit ago, and things were just not working as they planned. Man, I was frustrated trying to get this thing ready. So I wanted to grab something, but that one didn't work out, so I had to change plans midstream. So anyway, well, it's not coming out. It's coming out. It's not working. Guess nothing's gonna fucking cooperate this evening. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I had something planned to go, but then things came up where I couldn't do that, so I was going to do something else, and that didn't work out either. So I just grabbed something last minute here. Sometimes I start with the cheaper stuff just to get things flowing, but I decided to start with the good stuff today and then work to the cheap stuff. But, well, not cheap, but you know. Um, Damn, that's nice. So I want to do just a very, very simple cocktail. This is the last of my Purpose Rye from Republic Restoratives. It's a single barrel at 100 proof, 5-year-old rye, and it is just outstanding. So let me show you that bottle. So what this cocktail is, I've got a dark cherry on the bottom. I've got the rye and just a couple dashes of some bonfire bitters, and that's it. That's all this is. Just chilled very nicely in a brand new shaker my wife had picked up for me. Oh, mercy. Didn't want to augment it too much, but I didn't want to chill. That's kind of why I did this particular application with it. And as continue to finish some product off. Last Sunday was my birthday, so a friend invited me over and a few other folks, and I opened the bottle of Blanton's that I've been saving for about a year, and I still got just under a half a bottle there. But we may get to that at some point. Got to come home and get dinner in the oven. Already had it prepped, ready to go. Said to get the oven hot, stick it in. So that's going right as we speak. So I don't know how much time is left on there. As I am now 61, seems like everything hurts just a little more. It was a long day. Fridays are a rough one for me because it's a 10-hour day. And a friend last minute asked if I could pull tomorrow's shift, and I just, man, doing the two back-to-back tens, man, it just hurts. Especially with no notice. I mean, if I've got time to, mentally prepare, but without notice, oh god. Well, we did have something going on tomorrow anyway, but I hate to say no. It's just, man, doing the Fridays and Saturdays back to back is brutal. Then I would have to rearrange some plans we'd already set up too. So, oh, this is really nice. I like the purity of this cocktail, right? Is it still a cocktail? You tell me. But again, all that's in here is the whiskey and some bitters. I did want to add those bitters. It is a little bit of a spicy rye anyway, but those spicy bonfire bitters I really like a lot. More, it probably fits more in the fall or winter, as it is rather warm and sticky here in the Ozarks. It just sounded good. I really thought it would work well with this particular rye anyway. And it does. It's just gorgeous. And again, I've just got it chilled very well, and then just added a couple dashes of those bitters, and that's it. As simple a cocktail as you can get, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Some may want some sweetener in there if you want to turn it into a Manhattan. Go ahead. You want to add something else? Hey man, you do you. I don't care. But sometimes just simple. Uh, to be my one elegant drink of the night. We're going to step it down, but not too much. Not too much. I do have a good beer I want to have later. Then I've got some other whiskey. It's not necessarily, you know, much down the food chain, but a little bit. Uh, but I've still got a couple unopened bottles. I'm going to try to get through June. I may have to open one in June and one in July, and then work through everything until our vacation. But yeah, I've been hanging on to that bottle of Blanton, so it was really nice to share it with some good friends. And a just nice, relaxing atmosphere. I don't mind doing bottle shares. Well, let me take that back. I don't enjoy them like I once did because I don't really think you're getting, if you've got, 10, 20 bottles and you're taking a little bit of each, I mean, are you really tasting or being able to appreciate it? I say no. That's why I don't do fests of any kind anymore because it's just not worth it for me unless I can sit down with a nice pour and relax for a little bit. Yeah, you're not really getting the most out of it. It just seems like a waste. So being able, so I didn't want to take this to a large place and share it with their typical bottle share because nobody's really tasting it. Everybody's just drinking. This way, I got to share a nice whiskey with a handful of good friends, and it was just a nice, relaxing atmosphere. My friend Tyler invited us over. We're kind of his Springfield parents. He has really good parents, but out of town. So we kind of try to, look after the boy. He's a good kid. But anyway, he invited us over, and he's in his 30s, but you know, he invited us over. And he cooked some pork steaks that were really good. And then another friend, Scotty, sometimes I refer to him as Black Jesus, um, because that's what his license plate says. Made some beans, and it was just nice and relaxing. I guess there was no pressure. Tyler has a mighty fine whiskey collection, so he was willing to share a lot of his stuff as well. It was just a nice day, I guess. Feeling all the old bones today, though. Everything hurts. It's been rainy here, so it's really damp, very humid, and it just makes all the bones hurt. The arthritis, the old breaking the leg, the knee going bad. I mean, it just makes everything hurt, man. So again, I had the dilemma, right? Do you take a muscle relaxer or two, or do you have some whiskey? I opted for the whiskey. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if it helps as much as the muscle relaxer, as far as just only focusing on the pain, but it does help to relax. Once I got through the wrinkles of trying to get stuff ready, and oh, I thought about doing a Sazerac actually, but then I talked myself out of it. But just now, I just want to get this whiskey cold because it does make a great Sazerac. But I didn't want to add to it, right? I didn't want to add that wormwood to it. I just wanted to fill the whiskey and just that again, just a couple dashes of those bitters to really add to it. And I really don't like whiskey on the rocks often, but sometimes just a nice chill, right? Just serve it up. Just get it chill, pour in the glass. There's not about using just a rocks glass, but then I grabbed this coupe last minute. Because I got some really good rocks glasses. It would have, they didn't work just the same, but I grabbed this one. Decided to go ahead and get. We usually don't buy new clothes. Most of the stuff we get is a thrift store. I mean, I've got stuff that I've had for a decade and a half that I just don't wear. We don't get rid of shit. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I mean, we're pretty close to it. But this is a big vacation for us, so we decided, well, this idea I decided anyway to get a few new things, and one of them came in today. I'm not going to say what it is now, but I'm going to make a statement, man. That outfit's a statement, baby. I showed it to some friends at work today, and they said, "Oh, Tom," I said, "You should do some." So that looks like a lucky outfit, he said. Uh, anyway, so I'm off this weekend. We got something going early on, but mostly I want to, especially it kind of depends on what the weather does. Mostly I just want to relax. So I'm really hurting. I mean, it's only a 4 day work week. It's 4 in a row, which is usually what I do. Every once in a while I pick out five, but it's typically four. But doing four straight, ending with those 4 10s, or ending with the 10-hour shift rather. Um, I'm just exhausted and the bones are hurting. But yeah, I don't know how much the alcohol really helps the pain per se, but sometimes it helps with the perception. It gets you in a better mood. I'm not worried about the pain quite as much or thinking about it as much. Maybe that's it. And go, okay, take a breath, enjoy the drink. That's why sometimes I start with something else until I can really get in that proper mood. But now I wanted to start with the best stuff or the better stuff, I guess. This is a very nice whiskey. Republic Restoratives is doing some great things. They also donate to great causes as well, which is why I like to support them as well as Minocqua Brewing because they're doing the right thing for the right reasons. Was busy early on today. Then it kind of died. A lot of my usual evening folks didn't come out today. But there's still a lot happening, a lot of graduations and events, and people going on vacation now. School's done. Um, oh, that's good, man. That is really good. That's really good, man. Anyway, see, I'm already in a better mood. It's already working, man. Anyway, anyway, I digress. I do. I don't use those spicy bonfire bitters often, and I just had the idea to use them today, and I really like what they do here. Doesn't make it spicy per se, but just adds that little bit of something, something in there, you know? Just that extra something, just that extra little bit, just that extra. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I'm not going to uh, finish, so if so, bear with me. I got to run to the kitchen, grab something. So if you can hang on, hang on. If not, well, I'll see you later. All right, so I didn't realize that I still had one of these in the fridge. This is the last one. This is a Snowflake Holiday Ale from Minocqua Brewing Company. I thought I drank them all. But there was one hiding in the fridge there. So I thought I'd better finish it up because well, it's a few months old at this point. But knowing this brewery, I'm sure it hasn't lost a step. I believe it's at 6.8. Son of a damn. Anyways, anyways, it is their winter IPA, similar to son of a bitch. And anyways, very similar to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a copycat, but there are some. It reminds me a lot of Sierra Nevada Celebration. Let me say that. So the color, the flavor, kind of feels like that fresh hop kind of IPA. It's big and malty, yet hop to high heaven. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Anyway, launch it. Oh man, wife was straightening out the fridge today and found this one. It was she put all my stuff together. I think it probably got pushed way to the back, so now she got it where I know where it's at. Because I was gonna grab something else. So, oh, this one I've had since December. I probably ought to finish it off, man. So anyway, anyways, launch it. Uh, like I said earlier, I hate to tell coworkers no, especially because I always like to pick up extra hours. But man, the Fridays and Saturdays, those 2 10-hour days back to back. Sometimes it turns into 10 and a half, 11. It's just painful in my old age. Did that often 20 years ago, but at 61 with bad knees, oh man, that shit hurts, man. Oh, 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 yeah, it's a throwback IPA, right? I'm not saying it's just like the celebration, but it does remind me of it because it's a big malty kind of a throwback. It's malty as hell, but it's also aggressive as hell, right? Yeah, there's some malt there, but don't think it's gonna be balanced, yeah, because it will tear your palate up, and that's why it's just gorgeous. But I'm starting to think that only us old guys like that. We want that big, aggressive, that big flavor. But millennials are a generation that think chicken fingers are a gourmet dish, so um, they like those hazies because they're sweet. Uh, it's just not the same thing, man. I think the so-called hazy IPA isn't really an IPA. The only thing IPA about it is those three letters. They're not brewed like an IPA. They're not built like an IPA. They don't taste like an IPA. But when that style first came out, if you tacked those three letters on any style, it would sell. And that's what happened. Now there are a few I like. I won't deny. But for me, they're always a one and done because they're very one note. They're one dimensional for me, and they're too fruity, too sweet. Like to call them brunch IPA. It's a brunch IPA. It's a beer version of a mimosa. That's not what an IPA should be. An IPA should be aggressive. IPA should knock your palate so far out of whack, you've got to guzzle 32 ounces of water to get right again. That's what a good IPA should do. anyways, anyways, I digress. Clearly, I'm doing better now. Uh, see, the pain's still there. I just don't care about it as much anymore. And there's not any less pain. I'm just not, not focusing on it's still there. uh, I am looking forward to the upcoming vacation because we haven't done anything like this ever. It's a combination of nervous and excited because I don't like not knowing what's coming, right? There's a lot about this vacation where I won't know. But the plus for us is that we're going with some friends that can guide us through certain things. Okay, this is what's going to happen at this point. This is what's going to happen at this point. Once we get going there, then everything's great. So that's the only part that worries me is just get started. And I've got the tendency to kind of worry about everything. So I'm going to try not to be this person on vacation where I can just kind of take a breath and relax. We got some friends that are going to guide us through it. So try not to focus on things I can't control. But I am excited about being able to experience some different things that we haven't before, especially cuisines. This is a really nice beer, I gotta tell you. I love Minocqua Brewing out of Minocqua, Wisconsin. I guess that's where their main brewery is, but I don't think that's where a lot of stuff is brewed. Um, but I do like that they're a brewery that stands for what is right. They're not bowing down to a fascist dictator, but they have the guts to stand up, even though some may retaliate. So I do appreciate what they're trying to do. That and again, that Republic Restoratives, the same. Those two businesses are just amazing. Anyways, let me wrap this one up. Damn, that is a good beer, though. I'll tell you that. What's for dinner, Tommy? I'm going to pretend that you care. I can fix it in advance because when I get home on Fridays, I'm just too tired to cook. So I already had it ready. Um, my wife just took it out of the fridge before she came and picked me up from work. Turned the oven on, put it in the oven. And so I had some good chicken breast in the freezer. So I took that out the other day. Uh, and with some nice egg noodles. So I just basically made some chicken and noodles. Not soup, but chicken and noodles. Just a nice, comforting early Gen X meal with a little bit of a boomer influence, I suppose. That's something comforting. Anyways, millennial, I don't get millennial. Avocado toast is not comforting. It's not comforting. It's not filling. It's not, doesn't have any flavor. Anyway, I like avocados or I like toast, but you can add some flavor to both of those things. Avocados don't have to go on. In fact, I'd rather have an avocado tortilla if I'm being honest. anyways, Slancher. All right, thanks for tuning in. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer and the Whiskey Whisperer. Gonna go through my spiel, maybe. Beer evangelist, purveyor of wisdom, all around good guy. There it is. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for tuning in.